Well, good evening, football fans, and welcome to Cushing, Oklahoma, the pipeline crossroads of the world, and the campus of Cushing High School and Odell Field, and the home of Cushing TiGER football. Tonight, Cushing, Oklahoma is the home site for the first round playoffs of the 2025 OSSAA Class 4A matchup between the 5-5 Hilldale Hornets in District 4 and your Cushing TiGERs, coming in with a 9-1 record, District 3 champ. Representing America's colors tonight from American Legion Post 108 are John Hobbs and Delwyn Mayo. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please stand, removing all caps and hats. Direct your attention towards the north end of the playing field as we take this opportunity to pay tribute to the Stars and Stripes of America for the playing of our national anthem performed tonight by the Cushing High School marching band.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Odell Field, home of your Cushing TiGERs for the first round of the 2025 playoff season. And Bruce, I say season because everything starts over tonight.
It does. It's a clean slate. We secured home field advantage, big advantage for us. And what a lovely night. Who would think in November, midway through November, we'd be up here in T-shirts and shorts. Some people would argue that this is not football weather, but up here in the announcing booth, this is football weather.
Absolutely. And as we start to just, we just recap last week's game real quick just by saying Tigers came out strong. They finished the way they needed to. They finished the season 9-1 with the one slip up against Bristow. However, learning experiences come that way. You're always stronger from something that maybe sometimes doesn't go your way.
I think the Bristow game was the best game that we could have ever had all year long. It really focused and I just seen John. I was supposed to call him back, and I forgot. But Bristow, to me, Travis, was a game that was a pinnacle for us that really opened our eyes. Those three games, those non-district games, our passing was off. The receivers to the quarterback, that timing was off. But after that Bristow game, it just seemed to come together.
Yeah, and the Tigers finished out the season getting stronger and stronger every week, and we'll get into some of their weapons and things here in a little bit. I thought, and I know you agree, that what we might do is take some of the viewers across the state tonight as we start to look at these tournament brackets and how they shape up for the Tigers. We're looking at first at the top left bracket. Elgin's kind of an odds-on favorite up there with Tuttle, both 10-0 records. They've won 9 games over 40 points scoring. Offense is their key.
Right. And it just seems like year after year, the Tuttles, the Elgins, the Blanchards, they're going to be there. And that's our goal. We're going to be there beside them. And our goal starts right here tonight with this first step forward against Hillsdale. And this is not an easy climb.
That's right, and just to finish out Elgin for a minute, they've held 5 opponents in their 10-game season to a shutout. So, average over 40 points a game, and you've got 5 opponents to shutouts. No wonder they're the odds-on favorite. They have Bethany, a 5-5 team, 4th place in District 4A2, and the future opponent would be Ada or Fort Gibson, of which the Tigers know a little bit about both. Fort Gibson, here a few weeks ago, the Tigers handled the game. Maybe, we were there, but, it was a back-and-forth tough battle. You almost see us evenly matched. And Ada, of course, last year was the lose-out playoff week for the Tigers.
Right.
We've had some history with them.
And we may have a history again with them before this tournament's over or this playoffs is over. But to go back just briefly on that record, they had how many games over that was over 40 points and no scored against them? We could have done the same thing, but we elected not to. We brought in our JV and gave them an opportunity to play.
The Tigers had lost to Ada in the second round last year, and Fort Gibson lost to the Tigers, and they are 3rd place in their district with a 7-3 record. So as we round out that area, we move on to the top right. I didn't go as in-depth. Tuttle's an odds-on favorite. They have Clinton tonight. Grove, who we've seen, has Sallisaw. We look down in the bottom right part of the bracket. These are teams opposite of Cushing. The only way we face any of these teams would be in the state championship. Broken Bow handles Wagner. Plays Wagner, which we have some familiarity with them, and Weatherford plays Blanchard, and then the winner of those two face off, moving on up into 1, 2, 3. It only takes 4 games from this point to win a state championship, and we get these first 2 at home if we take care of business. Now let's move in. You got any thoughts on that, though?
These are such critical games. These are the games you can't overlook. From here on out, Travis, it's a one and done.
And as we move over to the bottom left side of the bracket, that's where we find Cushing and Hilldale. But before we talk to them, the potential next opponent is Ardmore at 7-4. They play Elk City. Elk City upset the Tigers in the first round in Cushing a few years ago, and then the Tigers came back later in the playoffs the year they went to the state championship and put the stomp down on Elk City in what we nicknamed the revenge game.
Right.
They are 5-5 with 3 district losses, and the losses come to Elgin, Clinton, and Weatherford. So the district matchups start to play into effect. Now, again, speculation. What happens tonight determines the future, but definitely good for conversational pieces.
Exactly, and you're right. Tonight is we've got to make it through tonight, and we can't overlook Hillsdale.
The Hilldale, let's talk about them for a minute. 5-5. They're 4-3 in District 4A4. Their losses are to Fort Gibson. That's a familiar opponent. They lost 37-28, so only lost by 9 points. They have a loss to Claremore, which is a 5A team. They have a loss to Sallisaw, which is 3rd in the district, and a loss to Ada. And again, we've mentioned the history with Cushing and Ada a little bit. So the Tigers face Hilldale here tonight. And what have you seen in any of your research about Hilldale in general?
Well, just talk about Hilldale. They've scored 329 points total, but they've had points against 342. So that says a little bit about their defense tonight. Where can we exploit the defense? And we've got the offense that we've got the passing attack, we've got the running attack. But those opponents that we were talking about, the losses came to Fort Gibson, and this is Hilldale. Their losses were to Fort Gibson, Claremore, and Sallisaw. Ada and Broken Bow, all quality team. So don't let that fool you, that 5-5 record. They're 2-3 at home, and on the away games are 3-2 at home, and their away games are 2-3. So they don't have a great visitors record. But the thing is, I have the stats here on Hilda. They have 15 seniors. 11 sophomores, so they're packed heavily at the top of that high school ranking. So, like I say, that's a team we've got to overcome right now. We just can't look over them and think of the next game.
If you're just joining us, you're in the Plains Pipeline pregame show. And I want to bring up a point at this time that we had an amazing and awesome Native American celebration at the school yesterday, as the Sac and Fox Nation organized and provided the school, and I mean school-wide, all the way from elementary all the way up through high school, in the field house with the experience of a powwow. It was an incredible experience, and I just want to shout out to them. Thank you for doing that, and Coach Guerrero helped organize that through the school system, and many others, including my good friends that I've seen there. Alan Sewell and Arlo Griggs are good friends of mine, and they were there helping make that thing happen, among many others. But the reason I mention that is to mention this.
Okay.
At that powwow, I caught Coach Morgan off on the side and said, hey, by the way, what are a couple things that we've been wondering about? First, I asked him about Baker Butler, and we were a little bit on point with that last week. It was basically a rest week. He had a slight tinge in the knee. Why take a chance?
Exactly.
And so he rested. He said he was back to practice throughout the week, but they slowed him into it. He was full practice Thursday. He looked good. Coach Morgan feels like he's going to be good to go. That was good news. I said, now what about Hilldale? He said, basically, and we didn't have much time, but he said above average on both sides of the ball as far as their line goes. He said they do have a couple considerable weapons. The quarterback, similar to quarterbacks we've played this year already, they can do a lot, and some wide receivers as well. And we'll look to see what Hilldale brings. In the pregame warm-ups, I noticed some pretty athletic players on Hilldale.
Right, and let's just briefly go over that. I got to get my words, the paperwork here. Their quarterback on the year has he's 133 for 215, 1,892 yards, 16 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. That's just going a good average quarterback, a big threat we got to watch. He's a big rusher. He has 73 carries, 312 yards, 4 touchdowns. So he's a threat. But he's got a lot there behind him. He has B. Scott. He's a senior, has 46 carries, 328 yards. Johnson with 307 yards. But watch out for number 15, Chartney. He's a senior. He has 92 carries, 740 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Even so, let's talk about their receiving. They've got receivers that's got 116-yard receivers, receiving 895 yards receiving, 381 yards receiving. So, they have some weapons there. They've got an offense, and they are just as deadly on defense.
Yeah, and certainly as we've seen over the history of playoffs just in general, the Tigers several years ago went into playoff situations as the number 4 seed and were able to wreak havoc on other districts and advanced into the semifinals and even the state championship one game. That was many, many years ago, 12, 13 years ago. However, we've seen that happen before, and like Coach Morgan said, almost his exact words were, nothing really matters on paper. It's fun to talk about, but what happens is what happens on the field tonight, and we're about 4 minutes away from kickoff, and you're still in our Plains Pipeline pregame show. What else you got, James? James, Bruce.
That's all right. We've just been side by side for 11 games now.
Yeah.
The other thing is, let's look at the other side of that coin, and you have Roman Tucker. He has he's 146 for 214, 2,500 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. 7 of those interceptions came in the first 3 games. So he has been just a spot-on quarterback since that preseason or the non-conference game. But behind him, he's got Kellen Fry. Who else in the world would you want but a downhill runner than Kellen Fry? He has 124 carries, 792 yards, 3 touchdowns. Then you've got other attackers rushing as Edwards and Mojica, I'm sorry. But we've got so much weaponry there in the backfield. Let's go to receiving. Travis, we've got so many receivers out there. Tucker probably has to take a number and figure out who he's going to throw it to. You got Fry with 125 yards, Simpson 810 yards, Kersey with 220, Sharp 633, Ward 726. You cannot be a bad quarterback with those kind of receivers.
Yeah, and we've talked about it all season long as Roman has just continued to mature and continue to make the decisions he's made. He's a smart quarterback. So when you take talent with the arm, talent with the legs, and you add in talent with what's between the two ears, you have a definite weapon, and that's what weapons has been what we talked about almost every week for the Tiger offense. We've done the same for the Tiger defense, and tonight all that comes to reality as the teams are getting set to kick. Cushing will kick off, defending the south end zone as we're getting ready to take you out of the Plains Pipeline pregame show and bring you to the Blue Peak Fiber Internet kickoff. We'll have Blue Peak Fiber Internet, new to Cushing but not new to Excellent Internet Services. And later in the show, we'll have an interview with the Vice President of Marketing with Blue Peak, Desi Stoops. He'll be joining us later in the show and filling us in on what's going on with Blue Peak Fiber Internet. Here is Landon Miller getting set to kick from his own 40-yard line. Hilldale set to return. There's the kick. And whistle blows. It goes as a touchback. However, we may have offsides by the Tigers.
Miller's foot has been flawless all year long, Travis. What a great foot that kid has, and 90+% of his kicks go as touchbacks.
Yeah, and we've talked about all these weapons on offense and defense. We oftentimes forget about the weapons and special teams. They have showed up big time, but Miller has been almost an anchor of the special teams of what he can do, what he's capable of. Close games, he can be dependable for a field goal opportunity, and just the kickoffs themselves. He gets set to kick again from his 40, no penalty on the play. There's another kick at this one. It's higher. It is shorter. It'll be fielded at the 4-yard line. Hilldale's on its way. Joyner's in pursuit. I didn't catch the number of the returner, but he makes his way out near the 26-yard line. Number 7. Okay, so I had highlighted him in the pregame warm-ups. Brady Scott, 5'11", 170-pound senior, and he looks like speed, and speed. He looked fast, and he's probably got the numbers to prove it.
And he was just pretty smart about waiting for his wall to be set up over there, get his blockers out in front of him, and he just sliced and diced.
Tiger defense on the field. Quarterback is Dawson Fields. He shifts things around, giving the Tiger defense a different look. Defense adjusts. Fields looks ready. He'll stand at his own 22 for the snap. Back to pass. Looks downfield. Great downfield coverage by the Tigers. Fires over the middle. Has a man, but it comes up short.
Great defense again. I got to get my cheat sheet here as Jacob Martin put the pressure on, and that's what the Tigers are going to have to do to slow down this passing attack.
That pass was intended for Isaiah Linker, a 6'2", 190-pound junior. Hilldale, the mascot, the Hornets. 2nd and 10. The snap, the fake handoff. Fields around the right side. He's caught from behind. Nice behind at the line of scrimmage tackle. He'll gain a couple. That is Martin on the stop.
Jacob Martin showed up to play football tonight. He knows the ramifications of this game.
All these seniors have those thoughts on their mind if they do not want the season to end tonight. Gain of 3 on the play brings up 3rd down and 7. Fields again from the shotgun. He's standing at the 25.
And we got Cooper looking to blitz on that play from the corner.
Back to pass. Fields looks downfield. Again, good coverage. Tigers in pursuit. Fires, has a man. However, the man was covered. Kersey on the coverage for the Tigers had right with him step for step again. Linker, the intended receiver.
But you had Cooper, you had Fry, and you had Baker Butler just breathing down the quarterback's throat, back of his neck, and all he could do, he actually did very well coming out around the corner looking for his man. He had his man here on the sideline, but just couldn't get the ball to him.
It's going to bring up a 4th down and 7 from the 30-yard line. Hornets in a punt formation. Simpson back to receive. He'll stand at his own 35. There's the punt almost blocked. So the punt goes out of bounds around the 35-yard line. We'll see where they spot this one. 10:53 remaining. Tiger offense takes the field. Good defensive set. Only giving up 3.
a great defense. Hilldale came out unexpectedly, just throwing on every down. I expected a little bit more rushing out of them, since how they've got a great tailback.
Here's the Tigers. They spot the ball at the 37-yard line. First down and 10. 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Man in motion. That's Simpson. Screenplay set up for Ward. He'll get positive yards near the 40-yard line before being taken out of bounds. One tackle, or one missed block away on that one.
Yeah, and they got the 3 yards out of it. And I'm surprised that Hilldale, they run that same screenplay. We didn't see that this last series.
Roman Tucker looking to his right. Now to his left, flush from the pocket, gets some pressure, stays on his feet, turns nothing into something. He'll get to the 46-yard line and near a first down.
And they'll give him 6 yards on that. I don't think it was a design rushing play, but he made the best out of it.
He needs the 47. He'll be short. 3rd down and 1 coming up.
And that's how Tucker's played all year long, played smart back in the pocket.
Trips wide receivers to the near side, Sharp to the far. Simpson in motion. The pitch goes to Fry, coming near side. He's got the first down and more. He's in Hornet territory down near the 41-yard line. That'll be good for a Tiger. First down and 10.
About 13 yards on that one for Fry.
They're going to spot him down at the 42.
And he's just a power runner. You get him to the outside, you're going to tackle him, but it's going to take 2 or 3 of you.
Be a first down and 10. Here's Roman Tucker, quick pass, Sharp. He's got blockers. Makes his way to near the 40-yard line. Should be a gain of 2 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 8.
And 2 it is. And that gives Tucker 2 passes, 2 completions for 5 yards. Slow start, but they're feeling their way out. Tigers coming up with positive yards on every play.
Tiger offense showing some tempo. 2 wide receivers, both sides. That was a misfire. Kersey was the intended receiver.
And it just went off one of the defensive players' shoulder pads.
Well, and you pull a lineman out there to set that up for Kersey, who fakes it downfield and comes back to get it, and the play just developed a little bit too fast, and the passing lane didn't quite open up. So here's a 3rd down and 8. Looks like Hornets have jumped off sides. That'll get 5 of it. Good discipline by the Tiger offense.
And that's just it. They, the Tigers have been doing so well. The Hilldale defense is trying to get a jump on that count, and the Tigers just missed the count up just a little bit, just enough to draw them off sides.
Roman Tucker now. Fry in the single back set. 2 wide receivers both sides. Here's the handoff to Fry straight ahead. He'll fight for it. He's going to be close. Just judging by where the referees on both sides of the field are standing, maybe short half a yard.
They're going to give him 3 yards on that one.
And we'll bring up a 4th down and 1. 8:50 remaining first quarter. Tigers in their first offensive possession of the game.
And Fry 2 carries, 16 yards.
Again, Fry in the single back set. 2 wide receivers split both sides. Roman Tucker with the handoff to Fry.
Man, he didn't get much on that, but he got the first down.
It's clogged up in the middle. It does look like a first down. They are indeed signaling for the flags to move. So hard running and good blocking pays off.
And one thing I've noticed about Hilldale, they're getting penetration on that line.
Tigers stay in the 4 wide receiver set, 2 to each side. Empty backfield this time. Check that 3 wide receivers. So Fry went in motion, and this fire back screen goes to Simpson. He's got the sideline and some room, may get near the 20-yard line.
And one thing you can depend on Simpson, he's going to get yardage after the catch, and he ended up picking up 11 yards.
That will be marked at the 21, just at the 21, so it would be good for a Tiger first down and 10. Tigers still on the march. even though it's been a little bit up-tempo, the Tigers are using the clock well as well. Tucker with a fake. He has room, and he's got the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Roman Tucker on the quarterback keeper.
A 21-yard touchdown keeper for Tucker.
You could not have blocked that any better. I mean, I'm not even sure he got touched.
He didn't.
Breathed on.
Right. He cut to the left, cut to the right.
And Miller comes on to attempt the point after.
It was the defense, and he just ran right through that.
Hornets get close to it. However, the kick is up and good. So the Tigers, with 7:27 on the first quarter, start out the game 7-0. And Hilldale will have their second possession of the game. Give it a little transition here while both teams get set. This next kickoff will be brought to you by Davis Dental Studio. They're also our Davis Dental Studio scoreboard sponsor. And we'll be transitioning the kickoffs tonight between several sponsors, and we just hope you'll go out and say thank you. Buy their products, visit with them, tell them thank you for sponsoring Hub Network, bringing this to you live all over the world, possibly the universe.
Hey, just all over. 3 of 4 for Tucker, passing 16 yards, but he's used 4 receivers, and rushing. Tucker has 27 yards, 2 rushes for 27 yards and a touchdown. Fry has 3 rushes for 17 yards. And that touchdown was set up nicely by the Tigers offense.
Miller got all of that and then some. What they say, in a bag of chips too.
There you
that
go.
Goes out of the back of the end zone. It was better than his first 2 kicks.
True. And
prevents the return from the speedster.
And you've seen the Tigers just kind of settling in, playing their game. You know, we mentioned the first half of the year, the Tigers always never came and played the first half. They just started coming on in the second half. In the last 3 games, they have played 4 quarters.
So Hilldale retakes the field. Dawson Fields at quarterback. Puts a man in motion. Gets the snap, looks to pass again. Fires deep downfield, down the middle. It's behind Roman Tucker. We'll see if he can catch him. And he does. The pass was complete to number 12. That is Dakota Parrish. Just a half a step. I mean, obviously the speed, Roman Tucker caught him, so he didn't get outran. He just was a half a step off on the move.
55-yard catch and run for Hilldale, and that was Dakota Parrish. He's just a 5'9" junior.
Hornets looking to answer now from the Tiger 25-yard line.
Let it go, Travis.
Yeah, we'll get one of them right in a minute. Here is Fields, again from the shotgun, stands at the Tiger 30. He'll pass over the left side, out into the flats, has a man there. He'll be taken down, possibly gets the first down. Brayson Jones, 6 foot, 200-pound senior.
Again, out in the flats, we talked about that amongst ourselves up here, that we thought they might work those flats a little bit more on that far side. They did, and Tucker and Simpson on the tackle.
That'll bring up a first down and 10 from the 15. Hilldale on the move. Fire into the flats. Immediately there is Kersey. The pass was too high, but Kersey said hello anyway.
Yeah, well, he's just a nice kid.
Yeah, you know, he's friendly.
Hey, welcome to my house.
Yeah. Don't come back. 2.5 minutes. Hilldale, really one big play, but they're getting a lot out of it. Throwing some mixes up to the Tiger defense, getting a couple guys open.
And we've seen the Tiger defense give up some of those long yardage, especially against Fort Gibson.
This will be a timeout on the field, a Blue Peak Fiber Internet timeout on the field. Blue Peak Fiber Internet's almost here. Don't miss out on early access to exclusive deals. All-in pricing, speeds up to 5 gigs, equal upload and download speeds, EERO, secure, and reliability.
Nice.
And again, we'll have Desi Stoops with Blue Peak Fiber Internet on during the halftime in an exclusive interview. Probably not a terrible idea for Hilldale to take that timeout with 6.5 minutes. They need an answer we don't want them to have one, but I see what they're probably thinking is this, we can't let off the gas here because they put the ball back into our hands, they give up some momentum.
Yeah, and it just almost looks like a second and forever for them, but it's only a 2nd 10. But they need to get this up to 3rd and short or get a touchdown. I'm not sure if they have a field goal kicker or not. I wasn't paying attention. I should have been, but I wasn't.
Here's Hilldale, again Fields. He'll have a quarterback keeper, similar to the Roman Tucker play, except Roman, big-time tackle. Now, I know there were a couple other guys in there, but Roman put a hit on.
Yeah. See, and that's not 3rd and manageable for them, so they've got a big down here for 3rd down.
Yeah, that's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 as the clock continues to move closer to 6 minutes left first quarter. Tigers again have the 7-0 lead over Hilldale. First round of the playoffs. Winner advances. And whoever is the non-victor, season is over. Tiger defense now set as Fields has Jones to his right. He'll roll to his right, look back to Jones. Jones is going to be covered up very well. Simpson read that. He played it right. He waited for the ball to get there and made the tackle for a loss.
Great job by Simpson. Great awareness on the field. He just sat back, kept his defender in front of him, committed when he saw the ball in the air, was there when the tackle was made, or when the receiver got the ball.
Be a field goal attempt for Hilldale. That was almost textbook defense in that he didn't get sucked into this side of the field as the quarterback was trying to get everything shifted this direction and then pass back to the far side. There's the snap, kind of bobbled. This will be a prayer, and it will go out of bounds.
Right.
So big-time defensive stand by the Tigers after giving up the one big play, several little plays, holding on a 4th down. The result is a turnover on downs.
And that's what I've kind of talked about all year long is when you have an opportunity to get your field goal kicker in there to practice, if you got a big lead, get him in there to practice a little bit because coming down to some of these games at the end of the season, it's pretty critical. 3 points can be the margin for victory.
So at the big time, defensive stance, the Tiger offense retakes the field.
Man, you guys are sounding great, by the way. Welcome to the game, James.
Thank you, kind sir. Check is in the mail. Here's Roman Tucker on the pass. Plenty of time, still looking. He'll escape the pocket, still looking. Has a man downfield. It's going to be just out of the reach of Ward. My goodness. He had time to write, stamp, and mail an envelope.
He did, and, he kept his head up, kept looking down the field. Ward he was open. He had a couple of steps on the defender. It was just Tucker had to throw off balance and just couldn't get the accuracy he wanted.
It could have been a letter to home. Dear Mom, send receivers.
Oh, that's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny stuff.
Right. Tucker with the empty back set looks downfield again. He's got room to run, and he's got the legs to do it, and he'll get the first down and then some. Be taken down near the 25-yard line, maybe the 26. Nice job, senior quarterback.
14 yards for Tucker on that one. Gives him 41 yards on 3 carries.
You know, if the Tigers could turn this drive into something in the form of points, they'd really be making an early statement as we're approaching the 4.5-minute mark here in the first quarter.
Well, we're seeing Hilldale getting some penetration back there on that quarterback, and right now Tucker has handled it very well.
Deep pass downfield. Simpson's got some separation, but not enough, and that is...
Man, that was...
That is Brady Scott, the speedster I spoke of in pregame.
And Tucker kind of held on that just a little bit too long. Had he gotten rid of it a little bit quicker, I think his accuracy would have been a little bit better.
It would have had to have been extremely accurate, that's for sure.
Simpson had the inside touch on the defender.
Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 as the Tigers look to the sideline. The play clock is down to 10. Fry's a single bat set, moves to Tucker's right. The pitch will go to Fry, and he's got blockers and room. and more. He's got the first down out across the 40 near the 45-yard line. Nicely designed and executed play for the Tiger offense. .407 remaining. Tigers on the march. 4 wide receivers to the near side, and that's where Tucker will fake it and go right up the middle again. He's across the 50. Roman Tucker taking things into his own hand. Well, I should say the coach is putting things in his own hands. That was a design play.
Another 16 yards, and a great job. And I didn't, on that last play, I thought Fry got more yardage out of that than they gave him.
That and spot the ball at the 46-yard line. It'll be a Tiger first down and 10. Again, empty back set. Roman Tucker looking downfield. 3-man rush, easily handled. That pass is deep.
That's a flag, yeah.
That will be a supposed pass interference on the defense.
I'm going to say flagrant.
I never like to assume until I see it, so I'm with you.
Yeah. I'll say it.
How about we say that's what we would have called?
And I'm sure our excellent camera crew got every inch of that.
They always do. Mostly.
Duh.
Always.
Yeah.
After the penalty, spot the ball at the 31. Go ahead.
We usually get the inch in front, and the inch behind, and the inch to the left, and the inch to the right, and sometimes the inch right in the middle.
They say football's a game of inches.
Nice.
Here's Fry in the single back set. Tigers on the move. He'll get the handoff straight ahead. Gain of a few.
He'll give 3 yards on that for Fry. He has 5 carries, 30 yards.
Makes his way to the 29-yard line. It'll be a second down and 8 coming up. Coach Chisholm signaling things in for the Tiger offense.
And right now, Tigers not doing anything fancy. They are just running the ball, passing the ball, taking the long shots when they've got the opportunity.
Fakes the handoff to Fry, rolls to his left. Tucker finds his man. That was intended for Ward.
And I'm not sure what went wrong there, but.
Well, I will say that Hilldale defensive backs have looked pretty athletic. You know, the Tiger offensive guys aren't getting
What?
a lot of steps on them. The words just weren't coming.
Right. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Tucker has missed the last 3 passes.
That's okay, Bruce. He needed an interruption.
Yeah.
Need a reset.
Try some of this fresh, as Waterboy would say, H2O.
Yeah. That's about
This is over the right side. Simpson puts a move on at the 10. He got close to the end zone, and no touchdown. Tigers, what a move.
What a move.
What a move by Simpson. Shake and bake time.
And I was watching something else. That was a pass going out into the flats, correct?
It was either a pass or it was a design run because I missed that exchange.
My friend here to my left said that was a pitch off to the right. So a good rushing 29-yard rush, TD for Simpson.
Miller coming on to try the extra point. There's the hold, and a little bit of a high snap. Handled well by Sharp. Kick is up, and the kick is good with 2:51 remaining in the first quarter. Tigers did what we asked them to do.
Thank you.
Make a statement on defense, get the turnover on downs, and keep that momentum going. Now up 14-0.
Great job. Again, Tucker not passing like he has been. Of course, they're getting a lot of pressure on him in the backfield. He has missed 4 of 7. He's only got 3 completions tonight, 16 yards. And so far, no passing touchdown. On the rushing end, Tucker has 4 rushes, 67 yards. 1 touchdown. You got Fry. He has 5 rushes, 30 yards. And Simpson has 29 yards, 1 rush, 29 yards, and a touchdown. So all the Tigers' touchdowns have been on the ground.
It has been a good start for the Tigers in the first round of the playoffs so far, knock on wood. Here's the kickoff sponsored by Tiger Lilies. It will be a touchback as Miller continues to keep the leg warm.
He does. And you just see those players that you look at them and they go, they've got a future at the college level with, and Miller is one of those that I see because he's just got such a good leg. And that get him into college, get him on some weights, get him on one of their programs, and then he'll do very well.
Hilldale retakes offensive possession, the Hornets, at their own 20-yard line. Fields with the snap, looks downfield to pass. Over the middle, complete, and dropped.
Well, that's one of those, when you're just too wide open, you can't believe it, so you just drop the ball.
You know, the proverbial, he must have started looking ahead before he actually had possession.
Man.
Thinking he might have been getting ready to get hit or...
Well, he wasn't going to get hit for another 4 or 5 yards.
He's going to rewatch that film and say, if I only knew that then.
Yeah, or you can listen to the hub.
Right, 2 wide receivers, far side, handoff goes near side. Blocker out in front. Hilldale has a little room. Caught from behind. Nice job by Fry.
Fry, again, just always there somewhere when somebody goes down. That time he just snuck around, got in behind, and got the tackle.
Ward also in on the play. Be a gain of 5 on the play to bring up a 3rd down and 5 as we approach the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. Hilldale had one big play so far. Their offense has been a little bit off, and that's going to be another big play because of the missed pass. He'll be caught from behind. Roman Tucker will take him out of bounds. The pass was complete to Robert Campbell.
That's 2 TD saving tackles for Tucker, and he come halfway across the field to pick that one up.
Those are hard to criticize because had the timing been right, it was a perfect defensive play.
Yes.
However, if you're off, we said game of inches, if you're off a little scotch, that can happen.
And Cooper went for the interception, and he probably won't do that again the rest of the game unless it's just one of those perfect pickoffs.
Well, and you have a 14-0 lead. You say, I love the aggressiveness. Pull it back just a little, do what we need done at the moment, which is knock it out of his hands during the tackle.
Right. And just before that play, you said that they had a long play, and here they are. We know that they have it within them.
Joyner put the pressure on, and the running back, as he tried to turn back, Fry was there. Nice defensive job there. Only giving up 1, brings up 2nd down and 9.
And again, getting down close to the red zone for Hilldale. Again, they're in that same predicament they were in the last series. They got a 2nd and long. They need to get it down to 3rd and manageable or get a 1st down.
Here's Hilldale on the 2nd down and 9. Single back set, 1 wide receiver split, so double tight ends. They do run up the middle. And that'll be a big gain. I believe that's Brady Scott. They move him around quite a bit. That was the individual. Coach Morgan mentioned they have a really decent quarterback and a guy that's used everywhere on the field.
Right. And, he sliced and diced in there off that between the center and the guard on that left side and picked up big yardage, ran right through Simpson, and Tucker ended up another touchdown saving tackle.
Here is Fields now with the 1st down and goal. Hands off again to Scott. He'll try over the left side. He gets positive yards. A lot of Tigers in on the tackle, however.
Looked like Joyner was the last one to jump up off that pile. And he's playing that outside linebacker position, maybe even a tight end.
That's 2 and 2 equals 4. Right? It's way better than 2 and 2 equals fish.
Yeah.
Counting down to the 10-second mark here in the first quarter.
Been a very clean first quarter.
Quarterback Fields takes it himself straight ahead. No signal yet. They're going to say he is down just before getting in the end zone.
Martin, with that tackle, he's made him almost right at the goal line, stood him up, and brought him down.
And that's going to bring us to the end of our opening quarter of play. Your Tigers have jumped out to a 14-0 lead over the Hilldale Hornets. We'll step away just for a second as we transition to the second quarter. You're listening to it right here on Hub Network Live. Returning to action now, second quarter. Okay, this is confusing. They put 2 seconds back up on the clock. Now there's 56 minutes in the second quarter. So the scoreboard's getting changed up. Sharon's doing a great job in there. This button, that button, we're good. 12 minutes now. Start of the second quarter. Hilldale's inside the 1-yard line looking to punch one in.
But I already wrote it down. It was 14-0 at the end of the first quarter.
And they do get the score, so that'll bring the score to 14-6. Just underway here in the second quarter. If you're just tuning in,
well, I'm not going to write it down yet.
If you're just tuning in, the Tigers have jumped out to the 14-point lead in the first quarter off of some very orchestrated, well-played offensive, Tiger-identified football. Hilldale has broke a couple big plays to even put them in a position to have 6 points on the board. Look to see the coaching staff and the Tiger defense make some of those adjustments. That kick is up and good. So that will bring us to get set.
And what concerns me is the way Hilldale marched that ball down the field. They threw some short passes, and they had 100.
That'll bring us to get set for the RCB kickoff. This time RCB sponsoring this kickoff. Again, we'll have RCB at the half. We'll have our interview with Desi Stoops, Vice President, Market Development for Blue Peak Fiber Internet. We'll also be presenting the RCB MVPs after the game. Normally on Sundays or Mondays, we try to post those on social media platforms, recognizing the efforts of players on Friday nights. Also at the half, we'll have Votes Notes. He'll kind of break down statistically the first half, getting us ready for second half action.
And on that last series, 2 plays accounted for 107 yards for Hilldale overall, and 151 yards total offense for Hilldale.
Hudson Tennant with a short kick, end over end. It will be fielded at the 25-yard line. That's Edwards with the return. He'll get near the 33, maybe 34-yard line.
They didn't give him much time to find any open field. They cramped him over here onto the near side with that kick. Perfectly done, and that's what you want to do is get that ball over here, get all your guys coming to one spot, and that's what they did. Great swarming tackle by Hilldale.
14-7, second quarter, 11:53. Tiger offense retakes the field. Fry in the backfield with Roman Tucker in our familiar 4 wide receiver set, 2 to each side. Fry in motion. Pass back near side, Sharp with the screen. It is blocked. Blocked well. He'll be out near the 50-yard line as his helmet comes off. He'll have to sit out one play for that one, but good hard running by Sharp.
Yep, 14 yards on the play. For Sharp, that gives him 14 yards or 16 yards total on 2 catches.
And we might mention Sharp, we've mentioned his name all year long, Simpson, both sophomores for the Tiger team.
Yes. They definitely got a promising future.
Here's a handoff right side, Fry. He'll get bottled up, but not before he gets 3 yards.
6 carries, 33 yards for Fry tonight. And those are very critical, very crucial yards. You're looking at it going, hey, why hand it off to him? Well, he's setting up another play in that arsenal.
It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 for the Tiger offense. Now cross midfield, they're at the 48-yard line. Again, 4 wide receivers set. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff.
Nice.
Love this play. It's the Simpson across the middle. He's got a chance to go. 15, 10, 5. Simpson, nothing but net. In the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
52-yard catch and run for Simpson.
As that fake the handoff up the middle, almost like it's a run-pass option to suck everybody up, and then we've seen it develop before. So I couldn't do anything but comment as it was happening. I love this play.
Yeah.
Because he's normally wide open. And then it's nothing but the wheels.
And he put it on.
And he's got him.
And that was a 52-yard catch and run for Simpson for his first touchdown. First touchdown for the passing.
Miller with the extra point. White hat with the flag. We'll go false start Tigers. They'll back him up 5, and he'll kick it 70 again. Of course, I say that jokingly, but he has a leg. I mean, he's kicked some 30-yarders this year.
And the wind is definitely not a factor tonight either.
Maybe even called just kind of a breezy night.
It's a breezy night.
Tigers hoping the game turns into just a breeze. Of course, it never hurts in a playoff game. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up.
Man.
The kick is good. In a playoff game, you do want a challenge to keep your team sharp.
Right.
You do want to keep your team focused on what's in front of them because it is week to week. You're building from opponent to opponent from week to week into better and better supposed competition because whoever's there next won their last game.
Right.
And they won it for a reason. It doesn't matter where they were ranked in their district. It doesn't matter what their season-ending record was. All that goes out the window. And, of course, we talked about that a little bit earlier in the Plains Pipeline pregame.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. This is a fresh season, a fresh start for both teams. And right now the Tigers are looking really sharp offensively. They're making the big plays, but they're setting those big plays up by utilizing the smaller plays.
And, indeed, now with a 21-7 lead, we've just started – or we're just a minute and 3 seconds into the second quarter. Tigers would like to make a statement here in the rest of this quarter and let Hilldale know that it's out of reach. We got it.
And right now, Hilldale knows they're in a fight, and we're seeing them play hard. We're seeing that defensive line getting some penetration in the backfield on Tucker, but Tucker has handled it very well. Fair catch.
That'll be a unique, I believe, called kick for Miller. He doesn't normally kick at that short unless it's on purpose.
Maybe it's the wind.
Went from breezy to gusting to tornadic to hurricane if it was the wind.
And you're right, that was a design play, and I'm not sure why, but that was a design play.
Well, we've seen, Brady Scott, and now he's kicking. He is kicking against a breeze, and if he is going to cut it short of the end zone, then maybe you just design it to where there is no return. That's a good guess.
That's a very good guess.
You're
always thinking ahead.
Yeah. Here's the direct snap this time to Scott. He'll go right side, waiting for blocking. He gets some, and now he is in open field, and it is off to the races. Simpson may have a chance. He had a chance. Didn't get there.
No. And that was a 75-yard scamper for a touchdown.
That's Brady Scott's speed right there, and it's evident as to why you would want to keep the ball out of his hands.
Great job. Ran behind his blockers, saw the opening.
Patient.
Just opened it up. And great acceleration.
Yeah.
From what we could see, it was on the other side of the field, but it was fun. It was fun to watch. It was nice to watch, and they set it up perfectly.
Well, Simpson closed the gap. He just didn't quite have enough green to catch him.
No.
Kick up and kick is good. So with 10:41 remaining, Tigers now have a 21-14 lead.
And that just proves to us how explosive this Hilldale team is, that any given moment they can break something open.
Oh, you're good. They one of the things that the Tigers have been, the Tiger coaching staff and players have dealt with this year, going all the way back to a triple overtime game, and even the Bristow match, and some of the other games that were close games at one point. Maybe they turned out bigger and blowouts. Fort Gibson comes to mind. Making adjustments in real time, making play calls in real time, taking timeouts at the opportune time. All of that gets you to this point, and it could be what the Tigers end up facing tonight. We'll see.
And the thing is, our offense is doing what they're doing. They're marching the ball down. They're scoring, keeping us afloat at this point. Defense is going to have to figure out a way to shut down that little speedster in Brady Scott.
Getting set to kick without a tee. Check that. The ball was resting next to the tee. This is Hudson Tennant getting set to kick. Kind of an odd tradition there, I guess, for his little warm-up. This will be a fair catch by the Tigers. Kersey at the 35-yard line. Tiger offense will take over first down and 10 with a 7-point lead.
And the Tigers continue to do what you're doing on offense. You're not doing anything wrong. You're marching the ball down. You're burning some clock along the way. Just be sure we get a point out of it. All
right, guys. I finally got the scoreboard caught up there. Sorry about that. I had to run up and adjust a camera upstairs that was, one of those things. Up and down the stairs 3 times, building those muscles.
Getting the steps in.
Get him in.
Pass out to Clyde. He takes a hit, and the ball comes loose.
If I ever meet the guy that decided to put a ladder in press boxes as opposed to a staircase, I'm going to beat him as severely as I possibly can.
I second that motion.
I don't like that guy, whoever he is.
The best part of it, not to just completely bore our audience, but they're all directly up, and there's no slant to it all.
Yeah,
it's like,
if there is a slant, it's backwards.
Yeah, it does feel that way. Another pass to the near side. That one intended for Sharp.
And all of a sudden, a little momentum on Hilldale's step.
On who?
Hilldale.
Okay.
There's no S in there.
That's right. Hillsdale's the place where I went to college.
Brings up a third down and 10.
That's who we're playing tonight. I couldn't get that joke in earlier, so I just had to squeeze it in where I could, Bruce. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm just glad to get you on.
3 wide receivers near side. Fry goes in motion. Sharp looks for the screen pass. Ward is wide open. Ward has the catch. He's at the 20, 10, touchdown, Tigers. Whenever you set that screen play up, teams start to bite on it, and then you release Ward, and he's wide open all by himself. That was beautiful.
Yeah, well, that was set up. The defender stumbled and fell, giving Ward an opportunity just to be out there all by himself.
And a really well-sold screen pass to Sharp, who was coming back. Roman Tucker pumps the ball and then looks downfield, and it was Ward time. And, now Miller on, high snap again, handled by Sharp. Kick is up, and kick is good. Just like that, it's a boxing match. Tigers up 28-14.
And
10:20 remaining here in the second quarter.
Sorry, guys, I thought I found the commercials, and let's see if I did. So we'll take a break and be right back here on the Hub Network. Well, and here we go. There we go. And I'm terrible, guys. I'm sorry. All right, that's a big fail on my part.
There we go.
Yeah, that's terrible. That was everything about that was bad.
We need to get the shock paddles to operating room 1.
Yeah. Why does our scoreboard say 21 on the? Oh, brother. Nope, I'm terrible. I didn't get the scoreboard right either.
Well, in either case, Miller is going to kick off from his own 40-yard line. Taking it to 20. It will be returnable. And the Tigers will, Martin will get the tackle. There'll be a penalty flag as they threw him down after he was out of bounds. The return man was Aiden Lindquist.
Yeah. And Martin will give him another 15 yards. And, of course, Denise and Chris Kinsey are listening in again tonight. Glad to have him.
Always the faithful.
Yeah, they always depend on them. And she's saying J.C. Biddle's watching from Deer Horse, Alaska.
About it.
Man.
Howdy, sir. Welcome from Deer Horse. Deer Horse? There is a Deer Horse. It's a deer or a horse, people. Indiana. Are you kidding me? I mean, way to go, Hoosiers. You guys are awesome. You probably got the commercials right.
Hilldale from midfield. Fields back to pass. Has time.
Man.
Completes over the right side. He'll get to the 39-yard line, rather. In Tiger territory. It will be a Hilldale first down.
It looked like Edwards was in on that stop.
I'm going to go ahead and call right here with 10 minutes remaining second quarter. We could sure use a defensive turnover.
Man, something. And we're good for it. We've had several here at crucial times.
Not that we need it. Not that we're crucial yet. 28-14 the lead. However, it would just be nice to see that padding going into halftime. And there's a blown-up play in the backfield. How about Martin on the stunt?
Boy, do I hate to mention the obvious. Travis Peary never satisfied with anything. Jeez. It's embarrassing.
And again,
I was satisfied with that big blow-up play. I'll tell you that for sure. Bryce Chartney, the ball carrier, had a face-to-face meeting with Martin.
By the way, I want to mention to everybody, Martin's mom just started her first round of chemo this week, so keep her in your prayers as their family's had a tough time.
And she's a great lady.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Fields keeps straight ahead himself after the fake handoff, and that will get him back to the original line of scrimmage to bring up a 3rd down and 10.
I know that was a bit random, but I was just thinking about her and thinking about their family, and, man, and how hard it is, for him week in and week out with mom starting that. So just,
yep.
I think it's stage 3, so just keep praying for them, and we know they're in good care.
Amen. Braxton Shipman and Kurt Onstant. Curdy Wayne listening.
Here's Fields now looking downfield. He needs a full 10 to get the first down. He's got pressure from behind and throws that one away. Wisely on his part.
Oh, yeah. Because Baker, Butler, and Cooper was just staring down his face mask.
Simpson, Sharp, Roman Tucker, all the weapons for the Tigers back in coverage, and there was nowhere for Fields to go unless he wanted to go to the turf.
And I'm going to mess this name up, but a Z6 Killer is also listening in.
Yeah, 6 Killer. I had my chiropractor in Pryor was named 6 Killer. Made me feel good about my doctor being 6 Killer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been worried if it had been 7 Killer.
Hannah Dickerson, welcome.
Penalty flag came in. It'll be a false start infraction signaled against the Hornets. Spots the ball at the 44-yard line. And it will bring up 4th down and 15. Stop the clock with 8:19 remaining until halftime. Again, RCB at the half with votes, notes, and our special guest interview with Vice President of Market Development, Desi Stoops, with Blue Peak Fiber Internet.
And we're not sure how that order is going to come in, so just stay with us.
And that will be a timeout on the field. A Blue Peak Fiber Internet timeout taken by the Tigers.
Wait a minute. Wait. I almost got it. Look at this. Yay! How about that? Blue Peak timeout. And, guys, I think I found the commercial. Let's see if I can actually do 2 for 2. I hate to even say that, but here we go.
Coops Game Ball is brought to you by Coops Fast Lube and Tire on Main Street in Cushing. Stop by Coops today for the quickest oil change in town.
Walk into the world of beauty and unleash your passion in a dynamic, real salon environment. Join this class to master the art of hairstyling, coloring, perming, and updos, while also gaining expertise in facials, theatrical fantasy makeup, nails, manicures, pedicures, and lashes, opening doors to a
Blue Peak Fiber Internet timeout. We're back here with 8:19 remaining. Pressure in the backfield, sacked for a loss. That was Fry. Penalty flag comes in after the play. I'm not sure we'll get the call on that.
Well, you asked for a defensive stand there, Travis, and I believe you're getting it.
The ball should be spotted around the 49-yard line. The result of the play should be a turnover on downs.
I'm glad we're getting some people out there on our website. Kevin Allen, Stephanie Authors, and Daniel Grant. Everybody's listening in tonight, and we welcome everybody from the first game of the playoffs here in Cushing, Oklahoma. Tigers trying to survive 28-14, still in the first half.
If I'm reading that correctly, the ball gets spotted at the 34-yard line. I thought they signaled penalties on both teams. Yeah, okay, so the result of the play is a turnover on downs. Tigers will take over first down and 10 from the 34. I believe they were offsetting penalties. It still resulted in a turnover on downs.
I'm glad you resolved that.
I worked on it for a while. Yeah. 8:14 remaining until halftime.
Me and Matthew Ray were trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
So, great defensive stand by the Tigers. Sorry.
Tigers looking to capitalize here with a pass on the far side, and he's wide open. That's Edwards down the sideline. He puts a head move on, but still gets tackled, and nonetheless, he'll make it near the 25-yard line. Another big play for the Tiger offense, looking to capitalize on a 28-14 lead.
41 yards on that catch and run for Edwards, and again, he's just been there every down. I mean, either it's defense or offense, you're going to see Edwards somewhere close.
So from the 26, Tigers have a first down and 10. Roman Tucker with Edwards in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, goes straight ahead. Runs into some traffic, tries to spin, make a little bit of something out of nothing.
That'll give Tucker 4 yards.
Another penalty came in after the play.
Tucker has 5 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
Was indeed a gain of 4 on the play.
Tigers have used 6 different receivers tonight so far, not even through the first half.
And a lot of discussion here with this penalty, so.
Diane Harjo, Wanda Duckworth.
All right, guys, that's pretty good. I'll go over here and wave my hand in the air. Yeah. Slash it down real hard and say it's against this way. There's my lip reading.
A personal foul infraction against the Tigers. Will spot the ball at the 37-yard line.
That sounds a lot more like it.
And that's 2 personal fouls already on the Tigers. And if you're leading by 14 points, you shouldn't be getting any personal fouls.
And, you know, I haven't noticed that I've seen anything blatant unless the referees are just trying to, you know, if you're jumping up and going, yeah, and flexing or something, maybe they're just saying, hey, none of that. I don't know. Most of it looks like aggressive energy, but here's Roman Tucker looking downfield, fires over the middle, has his man at Simpson again. Touchdown, Tigers! Simpson now 2 for 2 down the middle of the field. Hits pay dirt with K dirt.
37-yard catch and run for Simpson. And Tucker has thrown 14 times here in this first half, well over 200 yards right now.
I believe a flag is spotted near the 23-yard line. Coach Chisholm looks upset. I'm not sure. They haven't moved the ball, so it looks like it's going to be an extra point attempt.
Okay, well, just as long as I don't have to scratch out my numbers here, it kind of messes up my stats.
So the touchdown is good. It looked like unsportsmanlike on the Tigers, which is a dead ball foul, which means it will take the penalty infraction will be marked off after the ball is set.
Oh, my goodness.
And Miller will get set to kick.
Welcome, Candy Hunt.
Here we go now. The hold and the kick is up and good. So with 7 minutes remaining till the halftime, Tigers have a 35-14 lead. We'll step away for just a minute. Be right back here on Hub Network Live after this.
Who's that Kale Campers?
All right. Right back here on Hub Network Live. Miller getting set to kick now from his own 25-yard line due to the infraction, the dead ball foul after the touchdown was scored. And this will be Coops Tire and Lube kickoff.
Yep.
High end over end. It will be returnable, and it is who you don't want to return it. Tiger defense will have to really corral. We're heading down to the old corral, James. That was Brady Scott on the return.
And Debbie Moody, she's watching it on the hub tonight.
So Hilldale will have good field
Old
position.
or old? Sorry.
The old? Everything's old.
Oldie or old duh?
Nothing's got the duh. That's a very important to note. From the 46, first down and 10. Fields getting the Hornets ready.
I kind of disagree. I've had a bunch of duhs tonight.
Would you say that Fields is stirring the Hornets' nest? Trying to get them ready for this attack?
Nice.
Fields looks left, turns right, rolls right, passes right, out of bounds on the right.
Great defense in the secondary over there on that far side. Just was nothing open for the quarterback to throw to.
So to bring up second down and 10, Tiger defensive secondary seems, we mentioned this on the Hilldale side, there's defensive secondary. These wide receiver, these skill positions seem pretty evenly matched, except in open field when they got lots of room.
I can know it. And both teams just got the weapons deep downfield right now. Jack O'Kelly and Jerry Lawson listening to the Hub Network.
Here's the snap for Fields. Looks downfield. Everybody looking to go deep. Good coverage. He's flushed from the pocket. Tackled
There's a
from
horse.
behind.
He's going to call it off.
Yeah, the official almost thought it was a horse collar. He got a better angle of it and said, no, it wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, man. Made me nervous. Real nervous.
Because I was going to say something, then he waved it off, and then because I would have agreed with him probably from where I'm sitting, but
I was watching coverage downfield. Who was the tackler?
Martin.
Martin. Martin again.
What are you trying to say?
He's
got 5 tackles tonight.
Yeah, he's been all over the place.
He's just
and that was for
ball.
a loss of 2, brings up 3rd down and 12. Clock continues to run. We're just under the 6-minute mark, and there will be a timeout on the field. This is a Blue Peak Fiber Internet timeout on the field.
Look at that. Got it right the first time.
Hey, Blue Peak Fiber Internet is almost here. They are new to Cushing, but not new to excellent internet. Don't miss out on early access to exclusive deals. Go to mybluepeak.com/Cushing.
Right there on your screen. Way to go.
You'll be able to find several of their offers, and like I've mentioned in previous broadcasts, my 2 sons, not the TV show, even though that was my 3 minus 1 son.
My 2, my 3, my 3, my 2.
Yeah. They live in Stillwater, and once they moved over there and you know, had tried this and tried that, they called and said, Dad, we got the best deal, and you wouldn't believe how good it is. And they had signed up with Blue Peak Fiber Internet. And they just absolutely went on and still have it today. Here is Fields on 3rd down and 12. Rolling to his right, fires that way, and the receiver was out of bounds.
Oh, heck, I thought Blake Johnson had a good catch over there from where I was sitting.
Yeah, it looks like from way over here and way up here, but that sideline official was right on top of it. He went and pointed. He pointed to his footprint.
Michael Leverage is watching on the Hub Network from Sweetwater, Texas.
Now, see, that makes sense. As opposed to deer horse deer. Sweetwater makes sense. It could even been sour water or mediocre water or sulfur water.
Here's the snap. Fields rolls left, fires downfield.
Oh.
As his man, and another missed knockdown pass could cause problems. Tucker, the last line of defense. Sharp catches him from behind along with
Kersey come in there and
woo! Kersey was flying.
Man, that could have very easily been an injury. Not on Kersey.
I don't know, if that conversation will be had in the locker room is, again, the aggressive play is fantastic. However, you achieve the same thing by making the tackle and not giving up the big yards.
Right.
And sometimes when you make the tackle, you knock the ball loose anyway.
Exactly.
So let's stop swatting for passes and let's start, fundamentally honing in on stopping these big plays.
You said that with some authority.
Yeah, well, I've been practicing. This pass goes complete. Be a gain of maybe 4 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 6.
Sharp in on the tackle. We got Lori Hazelton listening to the Hub Network tonight, too.
Hey, Lori. Go get your haircut. Lori Hazelton there.
2nd down and 7, they're going to call it. Ball on the 8-yard line. There is an opportunity to pick up the 1st down. We're at the 4.5-minute mark. Tigers have the 35-14 lead. And this reverse handoff goes to Scott. He takes a hit, but he gets in the end zone.
Man, I love that play. That was just a misdirection. And you give it to the little speedster, he's going to gain some yards.
Looked like kind of maybe a misdirection one way with an inside trap going the other way, and it just opened up, perfectly for Scott, who has no trouble with getting there and getting there quick.
Elijah Thompson, or Thomas, he's liking the Hub Network tonight, too.
4:19 remaining. The kick is up, and the kick is good with 4:19 remaining. Tigers have a 35-21 lead.
They're not going away.
Still up 14.
All right, we'll take a break.
We'll be back right after this.
Watch the Plains Pipeline pregame countdown.
Fridays at 6:45.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
At Daviston. Getting set to kick from his own 40-yard line. Again, this is that ritual I was talking to you about. He sets the ball down flat, walks back, talks to the guys, they clap. They all run back and get in their spot while he goes back and sets the ball back up. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Whatever works, works.
Right.
Here's Tennant with the kick.
And, again, Hilldale's just staying right there on our shirt tails.
Tigers get the return. Kersey's got open field on the far side. And he's going to get a blocker out in front with Simpson. He's going to make the corner and then eventually go out of bounds. What a return for Kersey near the 32, 33-yard line. And a big answer with a 14-point lead.
And that's something, you know, we've seen Kersey this year return a few, but nothing like that. Very smart heads-up play. He received it here on the near side, cut back across the field. And, of course, Simpson's got just great speed. He caught up with Edwards, which is a feat in itself. Got out in front of him. Kersey picked up an extra 25 yards just following Simpson.
And that was brought to you, that kickoff was brought to you by Plains Pipeline. And the kickoff return was brought to you by Jordan Kersey. 4 wide receiver set, 2 to each side.
You're getting good at this.
Right in the backfield. Gets the pitch to the left. Still on his feet, taken out of bounds near the 23.
I think Fry picked up I believe about 8 yards on that one.
It's going to bring up a second down. They're going to spot the ball at the 25.
Travis is not going to fit through any doors.
Fry with 7 carries, 41 yards in this first half.
Brings up a second down and 3.
And this first half has just gone on and on and on.
Another good song. Quick pass, far side. Ooh. Caught close to the first down.
I believe that was Kersey, wasn't it?
I believe so.
And name that song that he just referenced in the comments there, folks.
It goes on and
on, and something like that.
I name it, don't sing it, I guess.
No, we don't want to sing it. If they'll name it, we won't sing it.
3.5 minutes.
18 passes, 227 yards for Tucker, 2 touchdowns.
Just shy of the first down. It brings up 3rd down and less than a yard.
Welcome to the hub, Paul Bush Jr.
Handoff straight ahead. Fry bounces to the outside, turns up, gets inside the 20. He'll get the first down.
That'll give 3 yards to Fry.
Just shy of the 19, just inside the 20, however you want to call it. It's 1st down and 10 for the Tigers.
And again, Tigers positive yard. This is a better drive than we've been seeing the last couple drives. So the Tigers kind of slowing the tempo down and really kind of working the clock a little bit.
My mama texted me earlier, and she said, haven't they scored on every single possession tonight?
No.
I couldn't think of a punt.
No, we haven't punted, but we lost one on downs.
That's right. Had 1. There it is. There's the answer, Mom. As this gets bottled up, but not before a 6-yard gain.
And that was Simpson.
Martin will check in for Kersey on this next play. Brings up 2nd down and 4.
5 carries, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns for Simpson tonight. Bria Thompson listening to the Hub Network.
Handoff goes straight ahead. Fry.
Oh.
Running like he means it. And he does. Getting some help now, still on his feet.
7 yards for Fry.
Kellen,
those were hard yards.
Kellen, I won't go down Fry.
9 carries, 51 yards for Fry.
And this will be a Hilldale injury that the officials will stop and take a look at.
It looks like Talon Schaefer, a junior, down for Hilldale.
Tigers have 2 timeouts remaining. Hilldale has 1. We are at 1:58 remaining in the first half.
Great ball game so far. Like I say, it just seems like this first half has just been going on and on and on. It's not from penalties or anything else. It's just long passes. Everybody's scoring back and forth. And right now, the score reflects that 35-21. The Tigers lead it. But at any moment, Hilldale just springs out and scores a touchdown. So you just got to really watch them.
Might have we'll double check. The Hilldale player is up, and the crowd has showed their, sympathy / appreciation or stay in there,
Yeah.
Sympathy slash?
And that was Schaefer.
They gave him a sympathy slash? That sounds horrible.
/ Halloween's over. We don't do that anymore.
You said sympathy slash.
Maybe.
Okay, I think I've got things found here. That's the problem when you have multiple operators. I gotta relearn every time I sit in this seat.
Yeah.
I'm terrible.
Tiger offense knocking on the door. Play clock's fine. Clock started rolling. Tucker in a little bit of trouble. He escapes. He'll just get what he can. Wisely going out of bounds. Looked like that was some good downfield blocking as the pressure came, and Roman just wisely did what Roman does.
Man, he escaped on that one. What looked like a loss, he turned it into a 5-yard gain.
Coach Chisholm giving direction. Maybe a little more. I think I can hear him through the headset. That one goes straight ahead.
I heard him say, "Good job. That's the direction." See, he's pointing. That's the direction. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Keep going that way. That's what I want. That's what I want.
He was still saying it during the play.
Yeah, that way. That direction.
Maybe a communication issue there they'll work on. A 1:16. Clock continues to roll. The Tigers down to they got on the 4-yard line, 3rd and goal.
And Tucker, he has 7 carries for 78 yards and 1 touchdown.
Got another Hilldale player kind of banged up on the field, so the 2 teams will give him a minute to get over to the bench. I never understood when a player's down, you take remove the players for a minute. When the player's just slowly walking to the side, why do they go to the hashes and take basically a whole timeout out of it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's a strategy.
Yeah, strategy. That's it. We'll get away with it as long as we can, I guess.
Yeah.
And they're getting whistled. They'll set the play clock.
Yeah, it's a good way to kill a momentum.
So the Tiger offense now looking to push in from 4 yards out, bring on 3rd and goal.
Did we get pizza tonight? Did our sponsor give us pizza tonight? Because I haven't even had a chance to stop and see.
There
there's
was
pizza
some
over there.
There
I'd
was
say
some.
was is a pretty good term to use.
Oh no! Well, thanks, Mazio's.
Yeah.
The Mazzios took care of it. They were
did.
awesome.
That was a sincere thanks.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the was part
Every
was
week.
we took care of it for you. Play clock's down to 8, and I believe the Tigers will be looking, and they do indeed take a Blue Peak Fiber Internet timeout with Shaquille O'Neal left in the game.
That's right. So we'll go to commercial. Be right back.
At Davis Dental Studio, our patients are our friends. Unlike the big commercial facilities, Davis Dental Studios wants you to know you're not just a number. We strive to bring personal and quality service to each patient. Dr. Rebecca Davis has over 18 years of experience as a caring and compassionate dentist. She and her highly trained staff will make sure your visit is a positive one. So remember, when you and your family need dental care, Davis Dental Studio. You're not just a patient, you're a friend.
Embark on a thrilling journey in the world of storytelling, where you'll collaborate with a team to produce captivating streaming content, podcasts, and short films. This class offers the opportunity to learn videography, photography, and editing techniques, allowing you to create and share live broadcasts, podcasts, and commercials while honing your creative communication skills. Learn more at Central Tech.
Welcome back from the Blue Peak Fiber Internet timeout on the field. Tigers on the march. Blue Peak Fiber Internet, of course, new to Cushing, not new to excellent internet. Go to mybluepeak.com/Cushing. Here is Roman Tucker with the snap. Rolls to his right. He'll try the corner. That's actually a direct snap. No, it is Roman.
That's Roman.
Yep.
So decision time. Does Miller come out? I believe he will.
And he didn't get a yard out of all that.
The Tigers, well, Miller's not necessarily going out there yet. They're going to watch the clock again and possibly take their last time out. And they do with 2 seconds remaining. So they'll try to most likely get 3 points on the board. So we'll take another Blue Peak Fiber Internet timeout on the field.
Embark on a thrilling journey in the world of storytelling, where you'll collaborate with a team to produce captivating streaming content, podcasts, and short films. This class offers the opportunity to learn videography, photography, and editing techniques, allowing you to create and share live broadcasts, podcasts, and commercials while honing your creative communication skills. Learn more at Central Tech.
Since 2003, Pro Events has had one singular focus: great audio, video, and lighting systems. Never confusing our industry with the PC crowd, Pro Events always provides you with the best, most reliable options for your house of worship, school, or corporate training facility. Make your system stand out from the crowd. And remember,
for the best AV, you know where to go visit.
Since 2003,
Welcome back from the Blue Peak Fiber Internet timeout. Miller getting set to kick. They'll hold at the 11. This will be a 21-yard attempt from the right hash. Sharp with the hold. The snap. Kick is up. And the kick is no good. Wide to the right. That will bring us to RCB at the half. We'll get set with our guest, Desi Stoops, with Blue Peak Fiber Internet coming up in just a moment. And RCB at the half with Votes Notes.
And
Build it, connect it, protect it. Join the IT field and equip yourself with the skills to build and connect computers globally while safeguarding valuable information. In this class, you'll explore the realms of installing and managing operating systems, Windows and Linux, user support, virtual computing, managing cloud servers, and paving the way for a dynamic career in the ever-evolving field of technology. It offers great salaries in a growing industry with remote working opportunities. Ask about Cyber Patriot, the Oklahoma Cup and esports, and the hybrid class option. Learn more at Central Tech.
Coops Game Ball is brought to you by Coops Fast Lube and Tire on Main Street in Cushing. Stop by Coops today for the quickest oil change in town.
The Plains Pipeline pregame countdown will begin shortly. A huge thank you to these sponsors, keeping Tiger football live free for all viewers. Broken Arrow Electrical Supply, Blue Peak Fiber Internet, Baker Pharmacy, Blue Sky Bank, Central Tech, Hoops Fast Lube and Tire, Crossroads Wellness Center, the City of Cushing, Cushing Family Pharmacy, Davis Dental Studio, Echo Electric, Frank's Diesel, KW Well Service, Gibbs Domain, Daylight Donuts, Matherly Funeral Home, H&R Block, Mi Casa Mexican Restaurant, King's Bookkeeping, Hard Hat Safety and Glove, State Farm Insurance Randy Robin, Oklahoma Community Credit Union.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at halftime, and we have a special guest that's joined us here, Desi Stoops, Vice President, Market Development with Blue Peak Fiber Internet. And, yeah, make sure he's not muted over there. He's on yellow, James. And now we should have you.
Good deal. There we go.
There we go, yeah. And I always like to start, now you've been mentioned on our broadcast a lot, and you probably don't know that.
I know.
Because from the night of the launch, I've often referred to how we were O-L, no D. We're old friends, and we ran into each other that night, and you had done some explaining to me about the company there, and we had a great opportunity to bring you over from Stillwater tonight. First round of the playoffs, and
great night for it too, ain't it?
It is. It's a beautiful night, and I would say that, and I might just be speaking for myself, but the energy in the community around the football is just as exciting as the energy around your companies showing a presence in the community.
Hey, we're excited to be here, Travis, and I appreciate you guys letting me spend some time with you this afternoon or this evening.
Yeah,
so
you bet.
Great
Now, we'll just a little bit about you. We have a little stalking feature. You were born in 1971. We're not going to tell that to anybody except the thousands of listeners, right?
Don't tell that to anybody.
Graduated from Oklahoma State in 93, and you've been in the telecom industry.
Yeah, since 93, I went to Tulsa and started with Wiltel, and have been stuck in this industry ever since.
Stuck, right? Yeah. And tell us a little bit about just your family. You live. And
yeah, I was, like I said, born and raised in Perry. I've always been an Oklahoman. I actually live over in Stillwater now. My son is a senior at Oklahoma State. My daughter is out in North Carolina, and my wife is Dr. Georgie Stoops, and she works down at Integris and make sure that your hearts are good. So
right.
It's good.
Yeah. That's fantastic. And so let's start just a little bit. Tell us a little bit about Blue Peak Fiber Internet and maybe a little bit about some of the products you guys offer.
Sure. So we actually started, Travis, in South Dakota, North Dakota, Wyoming. And then when we were building, we were like, goodness, the ground is going to freeze and we need a place to go. So, me being from here and working with the company, I said, hey, I can get us into Perry and Tonkawa and Blackwell and Enid and Stillwater. And so those were really the first 4 or 5 markets that we started in. And then our phone started ringing. Cushing actually will be our 16th Oklahoma market to go along with all of the ones that we have in the Dakotas and Wyoming. And so we're excited. We're actually put fiber in front of every rooftop in the community. And what that means is when individuals sign up or a business signs up, then we'll bring it in. But it will actually be able to provide high-speed internet. 1 gig is our minimum speed, and it's true symmetrical service. So, when you upload or download, it's dang near instantaneous. And so from a residential perspective, it goes 1 gig, 2 gig, 5 gig. From a commercial perspective, you go 2, 5, and 10. We do all the broadcasts now over in Stillwater at Boone, and so we do a lot of things in a lot of different communities, and it really is catered to what the specific need is.
I'm going to just step out on a ledge on behalf of myself and several others probably. if I'm referencing our old days, dial-up internet.
Yep.
Speeds of
2 meg or 2 megasecond.
Yeah.
Sometimes even less than that.
Yeah.
I remember the old dial-up days. It was like 400K kilobyte.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I was like, so when we say megabyte, gigabyte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte.
Yeah.
Gig is getting up there on the high end of
You're
that.
1,000 megs up and down at that point, and that's our minimum speed. You know, I mean, and it's $60 a month. We do offer a video package. We do have a franchise with the city of Cushing. Worked a lot with your administration, so we do have a video offering as well as all of our internet offerings. So,
was there any particular reason that Cushing was the next expansion?
you know, when you think about operational efficiencies, we have crews in Stillwater and in Blackwell and Tonkawa and Enid and over in Bartlesville and Shawnee. We're just looking to continue to be efficient with our crews, with our operations, with our technicians, and it just made sense. We looked at Cushing and realized that there was not as many options for your residents here, and said, you know what, this is a great market for us to pursue. We did all the engineering work, and it's about a $6 to $7 million investment in Cushing, and we're excited to be here.
Without, I know all the parameters, but if I just said, why is Blue Peak different than other providers?
I get that a lot. And a lot of reasons. Here's how I explain what we do, what I personally do. Being a native Oklahoman, I actually work a lot with economic development organizations. Obviously, over in Perry, I do a lot of work with them. Look at the things that are going on in Stillwater and the things that are happening in Perry, in Tonkawa, the Tonkawa Tribe, the hub. We partner with each of those individuals within the community to help and address what's their need. And so a lot of those things, a lot of people say that, a lot of companies say that, but being from Oklahoma and actually living here my whole life, and there's a lot of individuals